Hey guys, it's Tom from the Spazman Studios with a layout update. You know, the reason I say that is because, well, I don't really have a layout. And 89.12% of you right now are freaking out and going, why is everything gone? Why is what's there? Why is everything cut? Well, don't worry, because this video is going to be an explanatory video on why everything's different. But really quick, I want to show you one thing. I got this DWP RS11 from the Atlas Classic series from a really good friend of mine. And this thing is really awesome. This is again a Duluth, Winnipeg, and Pacific RS11. It runs beautifully. It has a TCS A4X decoder in it with LED lighting and all that good stuff. And it's a really nice locomotive. Just everything about it is really nice. The paint job is my favorite part. I just like the paint on it. So yeah, but now let's get to the actual main part thing of the update. Yes, again, I no longer have a layout. Well, if you want to call this benchwork somewhat of a layout, then I guess I do have a layout. But yeah, so what the whole thing behind this was with the 4-foot by 8-foot sections that I had, like the two pieces of plywood, or particle board rather, that I had, I really just hated it, and I had no more like motivation to work on it. It was 4 feet deep, meaning that it was like really hard to reach back 4 feet. Well, it's impossible to reach back 4 feet, but like you couldn't do that, and it was just really bad. That's why I had to try to cover up with the mountain, but I didn't like that. It wasn't coming out good. Then the whole counter line thing, I knew I would never have the time, money, or effort, or lack of effort, to work on that project. So what I've done now is taken one of the 4x8 sheets, and I cut it up into 4 2x4 sections. Here's one, here's two, there's number 3, and I'm standing on the 4th one right now. Just a real quick thing of what they are. Do a overview here, but they are just 2x4 frames. Yes, it's kind of overkill. I want to do 1x4s, but I didn't want to have to waste money on bench work when I have perfectly good 2x4s. So this is all the original bench work, just cut up differently. And down here you can see this is a 2-foot section on each side, and what that allows me to do is make sure that I have a clean, smooth edge along where the joints butt up here, instead of having the 4-foot section here, because then it can kind of go over, or it might not go all the way. So that is kind of a help. But then in between those 2-foot sections, I just have this 38 whatever foot or inch section, and then in the middle, it's very overkill indeed, but there's also a 2x4 in the middle. This is with the 3/4 inch wood on top. It is like, I could sit on this even though I don't want to. I could sit on it and nothing would happen. And then it also just has 2x4 legs with screws on this side, that side, and going through the top. So those are not going anywhere either. And yeah, everything is connected by screws. There's 4 on that side, and then on this side there are 6 of them. So yeah, and that is how everything is set up. Now I'm going to show you a quick preview of what I'm pretty sure is going to be the benchwork setup. Yes, setup. There we go. So here is how the benchwork will be set up. As you can see, along here is those two, so it kind of goes parallel to what this is. But every one of these pieces of paper is a 2 foot by 4 foot section, just 1 inch by 2 inches respectively. And it's just going to be this, that, and then this is just kind of there to have a little bit of, like, to break just to not have it like this. It'll just be kind of boring. It'll make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe put like a rock cut in there or something. But anyway, what I'm going to have, once I get the situated here, well, no, I messed it all up. Okay, whatever. Oh, I just broke everything. Everything is broken. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. What I'm going to be having is 5 total industries. One is going to be max scrap. If you guys remember that, I'm bringing that back. I think it's a pretty cool thing. I just want to bring it back. That'll be one. Second one will be Charleston Gravel Company. Yes, that is going to be included. Everything from the original layout is going to be included. It's just going to be a lot different, most likely bigger and a lot better. Number 3 will be ADM Grain Elevator. Number 4 will be a cement company, so that the gravel from Charleston Gravel Company can go somewhere. And then 5 will be a bakery, like probably a Wonder Bread kind of thing, just a big warehouse. And the stuff from ADM will get shipped to there, so I can have some pretty interesting operations. And then what I'm going to have is the max scrap, since I don't really have room for too many industries and I don't want that many industries. I'll explain that in a second, but I'm just going to have that go on like an interchange kind of track, and then I'll just take him off manually after the operating session is done. So yeah, but a quick explanatory thing here. The biggest section is going to be the yard. It's going to be Millersburg Yard. Yes, it is. I'm still keeping the name and everything. I can't get rid of Millersburg Yard. It's the best thing ever, right? But it'll start around here, and it's going to be a stub end yard still. I don't want it to be an entire runaround yard, just because I think I'll get more usable space out of a stub end yard. But this time it will have an actual engine, dare I say it, facility. But it's going to have everything. It'll have like a fueling station, whatever. Not a huge yard by any means whatsoever. It's only going to be 8 feet long. So yeah. But that'll be that. And then, I guess I'll talk about the main line really quick. What the main line is going to be is it's going to come around once, around everything. But it's either going to A, cross over itself, or B, go into a super elevation area, and it's going to cross over itself at some point. So it's either going to be a bridge over itself or a diamond kind of crossover. I'm kind of leaning towards the bridge idea with the super elevation, just to make it look cooler. But I'm not sure if I want to go into all that effort and try to do that when I can just simply have 2 diamonds. But either way, it's going to be going around twice, and that is for 1, to have longer trains with, and 2, to make things look bigger than they actually are, and number 3, so that I don't know. I just remembered it. I knew what I was going to say, but I forgot it. So, there's 3 reasons. 1 is unknown. It is an unknown reason. Even I don't know the reason. You can make up a reason if you want to. Maybe because YOLO. That's why. Yes, I'm going to have a double around whatever main line because YOLO. But, yeah, and then as you come around here, it'll be... This is probably going to be Charleston Gravel Company. I want it to be the biggest area because I think a gravel area, pit, whatever, will take up the most space. And I think it'll be pretty cool having a big industry like that. This section right here is going to be more scenic than anything. But here will be an industry, and then here and here. And the max scrap is going to be buried probably this way inside the yard. Speaking of this direction, that doesn't make sense at all, but all along here is going to be a backdrop. It's probably going to be about 1 foot 2 inches tall, something like that, just a view block kind of thing. But on the inside right here, as I said before, these are 2 feet by 4 feet. Right here, this 4-foot section is going to be my new workbench. Yes, I'm getting rid of this thing. I love this workbench. It is the best thing ever. I have made it my own. I put stuff to hold tools. It has all these nice drawers and everything. It's really nicely constructed. And the main thing I like about it is, well, two actually. It's very sturdy. It's not really going to go anywhere. And it has this nice actual, like, real wooden top to it that I can cut up and it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's going to go inside there. And then over here is going to be an airbrush / spray paint spray booth thingy. And behind those cabinets up there, I'm going to be taking those cabinets out, the upper ones. There's actually windows like there are up there above our deer, and there's windows, so I'm going to be having the venting for that come up to there. And I hear the phone ringing, so I'm going to come right back at you. Alright, there was some toll-free Asian guy trying to call our house and sell us a weird Chinese product, so I just hung up on him. But, yeah, so the venting is going to be out, those things, once I take them out. If I take them out, I might keep one for locomotive storage or whatever. But yeah, so that will be that. The inside, so everything is going to be contained within this 8 by 12 foot section. So it's going to be a lot more compact per se than this, with the giant workbench here, all that stuff. It'll also get a fascia a lot earlier than my other layout did, just so that it looks nicer and I can actually bring people down here or whatever. We're gonna get rid of this stupid bed thing too, I hate that, and clean up all this stuff. And I'm gonna make this like a hangout area kind of thing, and I'll have a TV here and some beanbag chairs and whatnot. It'll be all fun and games and that, yeah. But yeah, so that's going to be that. And yeah, we're gonna have 5 Industries. Yup. So I guess is that about it? I don't know. Oh, one thing about I said I'd talk about later is how, oh, that's the third thing, so I can have more space to run. What I mean by that is this layout, as compared to the other one, is going to be more refined per se, and it's going to be more based towards just running trains. So we are going to have the yard still, of course you have to have a yard. You are going to have the industries because you have to have industries, but I'm not going to have a bunch of random crap like I did on the other layout. That really didn't make sense at all. But yeah, so I'm going to get everything right this time. I ordered about $150 in Pico Track already, Flex Track and switches from halfpricehobby.com. Really good people there, good shipping and stuff. And that is on its way right now, my little Christmas present to myself. But yeah, so hence begins the Spazman layout version 2. I would say version 3, but then that'd be the Tom Pochel layout version 3 and not the Spazman layout version 3, because I did not take video of that original layout. And you probably don't really want to see it anyways. It was a ping pong table with a giant gaping hole in the middle. Everything was like, if that was one half, this is another half. Everything is like that. Is all Boeing. I only, out of the 6 months that I had it, I only got a train to successfully run 2 times, 2 laps before I could, or before like go derail or whatever. I didn't understand soldering. I didn't understand what flex track was, how to cut it. I used these weird shears to cut it. They were about as dull as a butter knife. So yeah, and the camera just went all super duper weird right there. I have to get a new camera. Well, maybe not, I don't know. I'm not really into photography stuff that much. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video, and I guess I'll say it again, hence begins the Spazman Layout version 2.0. Thanks all for watching, and watch out for the new videos, there will be a ton to come.